Yo ho ho! What's going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you guys the top strongest S-Class heroes. Now, this list isn't going to include any heroes who we haven't seen combat feats for. So, Blast isn't going to be on this list, unfortunately. But, let's get into this list. Tank Top Master. Tank Top has only had one full fight, so his exposure is limited. In the fight against Garou, his Tank Top tackle and overwhelming offense was powerful enough to force Garou to use the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. Garou has even been seen using the Tank Top tackle himself. He also actually hyped up Tank Top Master in his fight up against Genos, stating that Genos' upgraded power is comparable to even Tank Top Master. We all know that there's more to Tank Top than what we've seen so far. And the power of the Tank Top may be more than just ideal. But him losing so early in the conflict doesn't help his case. And neither does the fact that he hasn't even encountered a dragon yet. Tank Top can fight a lot of individuals, so don't let his 15th rank on this list kill your opinion about him. Puri Prisoner. What? One of my favorite characters in the entire series. His comedic character always adds to his amazing fights. Puri has seen both defeat and victory against demons and other opponents. I've also always been impressed with how he wasn't useless when he fought Nozagrad with the other S-Class heroes. And even though Deep Sea did manage to Team Rocket his ass, he came back stronger, and he used the experience to improve himself. Murata loves drawing Puri, and he often has some of the best art in his greatest moments, such as one-shotting Bakuma, a demon, or taking a direct assault from a dragon using his chest hair. Not to mention, he was literally swimming through concrete and stone. The prospect of having Puri beat a dragon on his own sounds a bit far-fetched, but Neon can't run forever. My boy, the Void Fist. So, obviously, Shiryu isn't a hero. Yet. His character has expressed a lot of interest in the heroic business. Not for honor, not for pride, but for profit. He also asked Saitama to be his disciple. Whether Saitama says no or not, he often has trouble getting rid of persistent people. So I'd expect to see Shiryu affiliated with the association or the new Fubuki group within the next few arcs. That being said, Shiryu's fighting prowess can rival some higher spots even on this list. The Void Fist is no joke, and his display was very impressive in the tournament. Speculation amongst the community even suggests that a Monster Cell Shiryu could compete against Koketsu. Whether that's the case or not, Shiryu has displayed incredible durability, as shown when enduring Saitama's assault. Though his combat style is hand-to-hand focused, his destructive capacity is still impressive, as seen when he was able to split the stadium in two. With his bare hands, he was also able to deflect the High Demon Chose's energy blast. And in the same encounter, he also flashed some of his impressive speed by almost overwhelming Chose in the encounter. It's clear that, if required, Shiryu could probably beat Puri's ass. My Mask. Oh, sweet boy. The bane of the community. Boy, I'm a fanboy's man right now. Yeah, My Mask is clearly an S-Class fighter. We previously only had empty hype and threats from Amai, and his arrogant demeanor drew so much hate towards the character. But he's slowly starting to back it up. The defeat of the rescue squad, rest in peace, Asami-san, showed us his physical strength. He doesn't use weapons, and his attacks are like a ferocious monster. It's funny, he called out Zombie Man, questioning why can't he die. But Amai seems like a monster himself. His durability isn't in question, and neither is his speed, as they haven't been displayed yet. But from what we've seen, it looks like they'll be promising and appropriate of an S-Class fighter. Amai has gotten himself into a narrative weakness, though. Because this almost seems like a joke, though. I'm confident Amai can win this fight, even if it'll be an extreme difficulty fight. But this fight could also be entangled with monster lore, as fear seems to be a particular species of mutation that Amai has a grudge with. Regardless, this is as much as Amai has revealed so far. Pig God. One of the main questions asked for each rank is exposure time. We've already seen Pig God encounter 2 demons, believe it or not. He's been displayed in the background often, but as of the latest chapter of 114, Old Boy is finally on the main stage. You may not have realized his body count because he one-shots all these monsters. Gorgonite, Great Glutton, both were swallowed whole without issue. I don't know the exact context of Pig God's fighting capabilities in contrast to some of the more agile opponents we'll see, but his physical strength and durability are indeed notable. He recently got swallowed whole but managed to escape. Is this because of Gum's weakness, or is Pig God just tough? Regardless of what the answer is, Pig God's ability to not be affected by poison and his unhinging jaw are a formidable prospect. I made a video discussing the possibility of Pig God even swallowing Elder Centipede. This is indeed the hour of judgment, as I expect both Pig God and Gums can both grow to tremendous size. This is just a prediction, but as I already stated, we don't have much for Pig God, and I don't think he can swallow Genos' Spiral Incineration Cannon. So this is probably the best spot on the list for him as of yet. Maybe next chapter, things will change. Metal Bat is one of the few who had potential to be a lot higher on this list. Metal Bat's ferocious, ruthless fighting style was even able to challenge the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist in Garou's attack against the hero. It's stated by one that Metal Bat can indeed beat dragons. So seeing him stall out against Elder Centipede's strong-ass shell made me so hyped to see how much stronger he would get. His power fighting spirit keeps him pumped and increasing in power as he fights. And even Garou was at its mercy as his life flashed before his eyes. Metal Bat has gotten pumped enough to crack entire building complexes with single swings. And with arguably the best endurance out of all the heroes, I actually think Metal Bat deserves a rank increase. My boy Genos, wow! When I say this list was hard to make, this was one of the huge ass portions of the problem. Genos has fought 2 dragons and has gotten closer to winning each time. After losing to Goketsu, he managed to bust apart Elder Centipede. A crazy feat. The obvious issue with Genos is the losses. A lot of times he gets thrashed in initial confrontations despite his rash attitude. I personally haven't been blinded by his defeats. Back when fighting Sea King, a demon who demolished Puri Puri, Genos knocked him out of his strongest form with one heat punch. He incinerated several city blocks in a tussle with Awakened Cockroach, and even managed to garner the acknowledgement of Garou in their encounter. He even almost beat Garou. Genos is truly capable of fighting dragons right now, and I wouldn't rule him out on his 3rd chance either. He currently has upgrades that are amplifying his power extremely, along with a max power move that's on a timer apparently. The next time we see Genos, the fight's gonna be crazy. Watchdog Man. I honestly could just not rank Watchdog Man, such as I've done with like Zombie Man, Drive Knight, and Blast on this list. But his fight up against Garou showed a lot. And I'm not a ridiculous fanboy who believes Watchdog could fight Rover or anything like that. That hasn't been supported whatsoever. But Garou copied 3 of Watchdog's techniques and fighting styles. Give me Paul, his strongest attack, Sit, and the Watchdog Run. If Garou has deemed these foreign styles to be of value alongside with the Water Stream, then it has to be powerful. He's the only hero who Garou has taken multiple traits from. In their encounter, Garou mentioned that he had already analyzed Watchdog movements and could handle him, right before getting spanked. So Watchdog beat somebody who had prep time as well. One of the things I'm most excited to see is a Deep Sea King-like disaster, but that's a dragon instead, and that also attacks Q City. Watchdog Man may soon hold a higher spot on this list, but it looks like it won't be this arc. Flashy Flash. Talk about speed incarnate. You're not going to get crazier than seeing the Rebel Flashy's fight fall after he beat 2 dragons. After. One, not only was it drawn amazingly, but Flashy showed off his intelligence by teaching that your mind must be as fast as your body. He says this is the main reason why he was able to beat these 2 dragons in particular. Flashy earned this rank because of the person above him. Flashy is one of the most dangerous beings because of his speed attribute. At one point, it seemed like Amai bitsed him in the association meeting, but he's proven that Amai isn't comparable to him. I can honestly see Flashy posing a big threat to almost any dragon because of that matchup difference. Well, aside from like the top 4 executives. Check out the top 20 dragon videos to see who may I be referring to. Metal Knight. I almost didn't allow Metal Knight on the list, but just as with Watchdog, his drone weapons tests have been impressive. In a similar light to Genos, he has failed in most on-screen occasions, but they've all been extremely impressive displays. The Giant Meteor and Elder Centipede are both very, very high dragons, so to fail against them shouldn't tarnish his name, but we need to see more from Bolfoy besides lack of cooperation. If we get more insight into his background and story, I'm sure we'll also get power-ups with tech reveals. Apparently, he's Child Emperor's teacher too. So if Brave Giant is a thing, I'd imagine Metal Knight may have a comparable variant. His drones can destroy a lot. Not many monsters are as tough as the Meteor. So Metal Knight's attack is actually really strong. So let's see what comes next from the guy. Dark Shine. It ain't a dragon if it don't give off a dark shine. Super tank, very powerful, but that's all I know, man. I don't know how strong or the limits of his power, and I don't know the minimums or the breaching point of his durability. Apparently, that's one of his greatest features, his durability, so we're going to note that in particular. And actually, half of the spots on this list were picked by asking the question, who could do this or that to Dark Shine? And if you could do something to him, you went to one side, and if you couldn't, you went to the other side. It was that simple. That alone should tell you how high the community thinks of Dark Shine. In our hero ranking tournament, it was nothing but dick sucking for Dark Shine. In a source outside of the manga, an audiobook in particular, it was stated that Dark Shine in a simulation was able to beat Carnage Kabuto when they were both going all out in about 15 minutes. That's super, super duper impressive and solidifies Dark Shine's strength in the minimum, at least in terms of lore and things we've heard. I'm so excited to see more of Dark Shine, more so than a lot of other heroes. Atomic Samurai. Atomic has a very high offense, and it seems like he has the fastest attack as well. As of recent chapters, he's also obtained the Focused Atomic Slash, an anti-regenerative slashing technique. He led the fight against Melzigard and has been slaughtering demons ever since. Rhino Wrestler, G5, Booty Giri. He even confessed to Pooty Pooty that he had to kill one of his best friends, another high demon, in Haragiri. The question of whether Atomic could cut Dark Shine was asked, and I still don't have a confident answer to the question. With the focused Atomic Slash, I'd say he has more of a chance than almost anyone else, but it's still up for speculation. Atomic is another hero who's definitely earned his in-canon ranking, and on this list, he'll hold the same spot. Silver Fang, dang. I'm going to keep this one short because I really put him here for one reason only. Bang was going to take out the meteor, bruh. Yo, Bang was about to clap that meteor's cheeks, bruh. Yo, Bang was about to be in there just all up with the meteor cheeks, bruh. Yo. Once we saw Metal Knight and Geno's weapons displays fail, I was like, yo, we're done. And then Saitama cleared it out, and then Bang mentioned, what if it was up to me? Oh, I got so hyped, man. And then you got the combo attack that he assaulted Elder Centipede with. If what he was going to do to the meteor is his version of that, but solo, bro. Regardless, all of his other fighting achievements on screen solidify Bang's position. Durability up against Melzagard, speed and ferocity up against Garou, extreme power up against Elder Centipede, and intelligence up against Genos when he had to save his prized disciple. Bang is a monster. The community even seems to believe that he can beat Darkseid. Child Emperor. Child Emperor is the one who can beat Darkseid. Even Tatsumaki and Orochi would have a hard time fending off an Emperor Nova. Murata went as far as to redraw a chapter in the Phoenix Man fight to make Brave Giant seem more main character-like. Stronger, faster, cooler looking, agile, everything. And Child Emperor himself has everything. Shields, lightsabers, paralysis traps, drones, droids, Gundams. He's loaded. A fight that would be great to see, besides the famed, hyped Phoenix Man versus Goketsu that I love to mention all the time, is Brave Giant versus Goketsu. I personally believe that the 100% Giant Fist Strike could succeed in defeating Goketsu. Child Emperor has earned his in-canon rank more than any other hero, and I personally would recommend him for a promotion. The sexy princess, Tatsumaki. My personal favorite feat of Tatsumaki is when she was able to hold off the assault from Boros' ship, which was arguably the highest dragon, or if not, an above dragon threat that we've seen in the series, all on its own. There isn't really a question as to who she would lose to compared to the other heroes, as it seems like she could beat a lot of them even grouped up together. And I don't think there are very many dragons who would attempt to fight her either. She's by far the number one hero that we've seen outside of King. Since Chapter 1, whenever Saitama has taken out certain monsters, King seems to be around and has gotten credit for the victories. The people of the world believe that the victories are characteristic of the strongest hero. And because that statement is actually true, that the world is indeed seeing Saitama's work, King's reputation alone is indeed the feats of the strongest hero. The world just doesn't know that they have the wrong guy. But this is why King's reputation is indeed true, and why he really is the strongest man. Everything they say about King is real.